What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another episode of Reacts, and we've got quite a lot to get through today. Son has been at a Burberry event, Spurs are going to Korea, and also the new manager search for Korea is underway. But let's start
an unlikely name.
A very unlikely name. A very unlikely name. But let's start off with this one. This is from 1922-0708, and this is Son at the Burberry event yesterday, and this person says, "Wow, Son Heung-min Burberry is so pretty." It's pretty, isn't
Son at his fashionable best. Always looking fly, Son.
Always
he loves
fly.
these. He loves these fashion events. He always steals the show.
Always on and off the pitch. Next one is Son with a famous Korean actress, I believe, or actress and model. And this one says, this is from Son7 Goat, and this one says, "Look at you clapping alone after saying hello. Is it a baby?"
Oh, the rumours are sparking already. Everyone's going wild. Is Son dating? Has Son got a girlfriend? We don't know.
I was about to say, this might explain his maybe a little bit of a poor performance on the weekend.
Maybe, who knows? But lovely stuff.
But this is the big news. It was broken by Ali. Well, it wasn't broken by Ali. It was actually broken by Sungmo. And then Ali Gold did confirm it. Last word on Spurs was saying that Tottenham Hotspur are set to take on Harry Kane's Bayern Munich in a summer friendly in South Korea ahead of the next Premier League season as part of a 3-match summer tour to Asia. It is believed Spurs will take on a friendly with the Team K-League in a K-League All-Star game scheduled for the 28th of July. So Spurs against Bayern Munich, Spurs against the K-League All-Stars, and then an unnamed game as well, which could potentially be against Wolves, because we know that they could be travelling out there as well.
Yeah, unbelievably exciting. Obviously, Spurs went to Korea a couple of years ago for their for a pre-season tour.
Last summer, no?
2 seasons, because the last one was under Ange, went to Australia.
Didn't we go to both last summer?
No, it was 2. It was under Conte.
Okay.
It was under Conte, went to Korea. Because remember, they fainted after that training session.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so there's a lot of subplots here. Obviously, the reunion with Kane, Son going back to Korea, a showdown between potentially Son and Hwang as well. So a lot to be excited about in the summer tour. And look, we're hoping to go out there. It'll be very, very exciting.
Exactly. That adds another subplot. We are Tottenham going to Korea. That would be absolutely insane. So... yeah, I would love to go out to Korea. And this is, again, just the Spurs Express, just saying exactly what we said before. Go to the next one by Spurs OTM. And this is another one from the Burberry fashion show. 3 goats in one picture. Son Heung-min, Dele Alli, and Gareth Bale. And I'm not sure what Ben Chilwell's wearing.
Yeah, I'm not sure
what
about
is that.
Quite a peculiar choice of outfit. Look, I'm no fashion expert, but I don't know, it looks a bit odd to me. He's forgotten his sleeves, I think.
looks like he's getting ready to play basketball or something.
It's very strange. But look at Bale, Dele, Son killing it. Although Son was asked, I remember he was asked in an interview if he would rather stop. Would he stop going to all the fashion shows if it meant winning the Champions League? And he said, "There's not even a question." Of course he would. So what kind of question is that?
What kind of question is
What kind of question? No, you question Sonny in that aspect.
that? Mate, if Son could win a Champions League for Spurs, I think he would stop everything. Literally. Do you reckon if you asked him, I'll give you a Champions League with Spurs, but you have to retire the next day, would he take it?
If he had to retire... I mean, if you even have asked him, he had to just internationally retire, wouldn't he? I don't know.
Joel Kim, KNT Football, says that the KFA are meeting today to name the new Chief of National Team Committee, the committee responsible for choosing coaches across all national team level. According to Yonhap News, among 3 names linked to the position is Korea's all-time greatest left-back and fan favourite, Lee Young-pyo, and obviously Spurs former left-back as well, Lee Young-pyo. So that would be great to see.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. I wonder, how good he would be at the role. Maybe Martin Yole could be get his hat in the ring if Leon Pio gets to choose the manager. I'm trying to think of the managers he used to play under. It was just him and Ramos, I think.
Yeah, just him and Ramos. And didn't he fall out under favour under Ramos as well, though?
Yeah, he did. I don't know, maybe he can coax Martin Yole out of retirement, get him back in the fold. Yeah, one last dance with South Korea.
We did speak to Martin Yole, didn't we, when Spurs were looking for a manager? We asked him if he wants to put his hat in the ring, and he's like, no, those days are long gone.
Well, look, as maybe we'll go into in a bit, The Klinsmann one started as a joke. So.
It's true. Spurs Web just talking about that Korea against Bayern Munich. They're saying the Bayern Munich game is scheduled to be August the 2nd. So that's that one.
Will Bayern have a manager by then? Who knows?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Could be Ole.
Yeah, that's another one from Ali Gold about the friendly. We'll move past that. Korea Football News said, despite rumours from overseas, it is reported that the KFA is considering a domestic manager as their first choice as the national team manager. It's not yet known whether the next manager will be interim or full-time. I mean, they're running out of time to get a full-time manager because internationals are coming up thick and fast pretty soon.
Yeah, but I think... Look, you have enough time to appoint a permanent manager. Like, why appoint an interim? Before the World Cup? I guess you still got a couple of years, but
I'm thinking before the next round of international matches.
Yeah, I mean,
that's March.
I guess if you haven't found anyone by
we're less than a month away.
Month. Yeah, but you put the assistant in charge. You know what I mean? You don't need to appoint.
That is an interim.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just do that. But how hard can it be to appoint someone? You got a bit of time, you know. You got a month. It shouldn't take that long, should it? But well, I'm glad maybe they're going a bit more local. Someone who understands the K-Leagues a bit more. Maybe someone who would understand what kind of talents there are in the local league.
Well, when you talk about the way that the KFA like to run themselves and do their business, check out this one. Joel Kim, KNT Football, explaining how Klinsmann actually got the job with the KFA. And it said it all happened as a joke. In an interview with Der Spiegel, Klinsmann said the first time he met Chung in 2017 when his son played in the 2017 Under-20 World Cup in Korea. And then again in the VIP area, one of the quarterfinals or semi-finals of the 2022 Qatar World Cup. This is when coach Paulo Bento was announced his resignation after Korea lost in the round of 16. At the time, Klinsmann said to Mongu, nice to meet you. You're looking for a coach, right? He said jokingly. Chairman Chung became as stiff as a stone and asked, are you serious? The two made an appointment at the Hotel Cathay in Doha the next day and drank coffee. While talking about various things, Klinsmann said, Mongu, don't be stressed. We've seen each other. We've known each other for a long time now. So I just said, if you're interested, please contact me again. A few weeks later, Chairman Chung reportedly called Klinsmann directly and said, we are very interested. It all happened as a joke, Klinsmann said.
And the whole tenure was a joke. So there you go. Followed
from
suit.
Start to finish, just exactly. A big, massive joke.
Followed suit. I'm glad to know that's how they do their recruitment process. If anyone makes a half joke, you got half a chance. Apparently,
it seemed like he was just like starstruck by Klinsmann.
Hey Chung, are you looking for a coach? Eh? Remember now, I got a chance now. I got a chance. Ayudi says, put Son back as the striker, as Who Scored says that Tottenham are the biggest XG overperformers in the Premier League this season, plus 4.71. And that is probably like majorly down to Sonny. He always overperforms his XG. Rishi, apparently, I've been looking at his stats, he's overperforming his XG at the moment as well. But there is a bit of an awkward conversation, the fact that Richie's doing so well, because I really believe Son's best role at this stage of his career is in striker. I think he can still do a decent job on the left. And I think he has done all right on the left since he's gone in there. I just don't think that's his best position at this stage of his career. But with Rishi firing goals, I don't know what you do. I don't know how you can't play them both. We've obviously come with a compromise with Son going out on the left. I just don't think he suits it that well. I think he could put in some good games there, but you can't. Can you take Richie out with the goal scoring form? But he hasn't scored in the last couple of games. Is that enough justification to put Son back up front? I don't know. So it's a very difficult one for Ange to deal with. It's a bit awkward.
I was saying a couple of months ago when Son, just moved back into the middle, he has struggled when he plays as a number 9 against like low block kind of teams. So do you reckon it's a case of maybe Son on the left against low blocks and Son in the middle against kind of high pressing teams?
Yeah, I think that's probably a best outcome, I would say,
because when he plays against like teams with a high line, you want him in the middle, don't you?
That's
where he does his best work. But against low blocks, you probably want him out wide just to create a bit more.
Yeah, and I think we saw that a bit in the tournament, the Asia Cup. Like a lot of the time when teams were sitting back, he struggled to impact the game up front. And when he moved out wide, he found a bit more space and it was a bit better for him.
Next up is George Achillia. We'll go past the next one. This is George Achillia reacting to that who scored stat. Says, this is normal whenever Son has a good season. He's world-class finisher who scores very difficult goals from very few chances. If it's anything, it's impressive. If anything, it's impressive. So, yeah, absolutely spot on from George. Carly T saying, Coys boys. And that is a picture of Dele, Sonny and Gareth Bale back in that Burberry event yesterday. New hairstyle from Dele Alli. He's gone blonde again.
Well, it's nice to see him out and about and doing stuff he loves. Because he's having a tough time at the moment. He's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with what's going on. They don't want to play him because they don't want to pay. So he's kind of just stuck not playing. But
it's nice to see him in and around London again. He was at Spurs last week, wasn't he? And now he's out with Sonny and Bale this week. So maybe it's a sign of him getting back to full mental health.
Whenever you need a pick-me-up, who's better than Sonny to be hanging out with?
100%. 100%. We'll go past that one. Albert Kim says a new report from Der Spiegel talks about how Klinsmann didn't want to live in Paju, which is next to the KNT training center, because it was too close to North Korea, and his preference for playing Sunday league games in California as opposed to living in South Korea. So dedicated to the cause then, weren't you, Klinsmann?
He was. He was dedicated to his Sunday league team, apparently. Very dedicated. Unbelievable. Imagine you had a full-time job and they just said, you said, sorry, I got my Sunday league game, man.
Especially the guy's getting paid like $2 million a year to say, nah, I've got my Sunday league team I need to play for.
Sunday league game in California. You retired, mate. You retired. You're now a manager of a big national team. Take it seriously, man.
Can you imagine? Next one. This is a picture of Son and the Korean actress taking a selfie together. And the caption says, Jun Uni, please upload a selfie.
Upload the selfie. Release the selfie, Jun. Release the selfie.
Spurs Watch saying, what is Sonny's best position on the wing or through the middle? But like we said before, I think it's horses for courses, isn't it? Like different games provide different solutions.
Yeah. I just think in most games, especially how most teams like to play these days, they like to be a bit more aggressive. So I feel like his best position in general, if you're asking me his best position, I think it's a striker. I think that's his best right now. You could say he can impact games more on the left in certain games, but I just think he's at his best up front. That's what I think.
But I feel like as well, like in a game like it was on the weekend against Wolves, I don't think it would have changed anything putting Son as the number 9 as opposed to having Matt on the left.
No, I agree with that as well. Maybe there's a way we can fit them both up front. I don't know. I don't know how you would have to change the formation.
3-5-2.
Yeah, maybe something like that. That could be something to think about.
Korea football news. Everyone just take a breath of this one. According to British media, Steve Bruce is interested in becoming the next South Korean manager, with the former Newcastle boss keen on an overseas for his next job. And when you think it can't get worse than Klinsmann.
I'm not sure Steve Bruce is the right answer. I mean, he has not been a good manager for a very long time. He's been even worse than Klinsmann, probably, you would argue. He nearly got Newcastle relegated, then Howe took over and, got them into Champions League, which I think show the levels.
Steve Bruce would be one of the worst appointments. It'll be worse than Klinsmann, I'm telling you.
I don't know what they're thinking. If they consider Steve Bruce. To be fair, it doesn't say they're considering him. It just says he wants it.
Yeah, it's all from British media,
exactly.
By the way.
Of course the British media are pushing it. They're a good mate of theirs.
Spurs Web, again, just showing Son, Dele and Bale. We've shown that one before. And we'll go to the last one, which is from Spurs OTM. And this is just Sonny looking his dazzling best in front of the flashing cameras in the Burberry event. So,
lovely.
Yeah. That is all we have time for today. That is our react. Let us know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all those situations. Would you like to see us come to Korea this summer in July for the pre-season friendlies? Let us know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.